Hey everyone, my name is Ford from NorCal Thrills, and today I'm bringing you an update from California's Great America for December 31st, 2024. I'm here at Great America on New Year's Eve to both check out the larger WinterFest event, as well as to see what the park is specifically putting on for New Year's Eve. We'll of course check out those fireworks, as well as the WinterFest shows, activities, and decorations. Let's get started. First, we'll kick off with the shows at WinterFest this year. The main show is Christmas Snoopy. I last saw the show in 2022 and skipped it last year thinking that it was the same, but as a viewer kindly pointed out, it was very different. So I checked it out this year and can confirm that it was totally different from what I remember from 2022. Whereas 2022's was essentially nothing but ice skating with a lot of characters and overt Christmas themes, this year's only had a small amount of ice skating and was instead much heavier on other stunts, from trampolines to rings to silks. Don't get me wrong, the performers were super impressive, but it felt much less like a fit for Christmas and instead could have been a summer show if you replaced the snowflake decorations with sandcastles. There's again a tree lighting ceremony at the front of the park that I missed this year, along with the cool Yule show that happens occasionally throughout the night at the same stage. In the gazebo in Hometown Square, the Jingle Jazz show features some lovely jazz singing and dancing throughout the night. Continuing around the park, A Peanut's Guide to Christmas again returns to the stage in Planet Snoopy, although I missed the showings this year. Similarly, the Mistletones again take the gazebo stage in All American Corners, and the Holly Jolly Trolley show happens at Orleans Place. At the stage in front of Flight Deck, there's live music that happens throughout the night, or at least there was on New Year's Eve. Now that we've talked about the live entertainment for WinterFest, let's walk around the park and check out the decorations and other activities. At the front of the park, the fountain is again frozen into an ice rink. I actually tried it this year and found it so difficult. I'm sure I'd get better if I did it more, but wow was it difficult this time. Moving into Hometown Square, Reindeer Roundup, the animatronic reindeer sing-along returns to delight guests. Next door, there's a Santa photo opportunity set up, although it was taken over on New Year's Eve by a hat and horn distribution station. Continuing onward, the light tunnel is set up again, along with some fire pits near Demon's entrance. Over in NorCal County Fair, the same delightful gingerbread town is set up, and my favorite prop returns, the Jelly Filling Station. Snoopy is all decked out for the winter in the Planet Snoopy Annex, and both the trees and the bridge in Planet Snoopy have these lovely lights all over them. Again, kids can venture into the little Charlie Brown's Tree Lot maze and find Charlie's adorable little tree. Getting into the top portion of All American Corners, we see that it's become Candy Cane Lane, featuring lots of red and white, and the huge chair and Santa photo op in front of the South Bay Shores entrance. Of course, gotta shout out my favorite bridge lights in the park like I do every year. The main part of All American Corners has become Tinseltown, again featuring, as you might guess, tons of tinsel and a more retro Christmas look. Moving into Orleans Place, we can find my favorite new addition to the event this year, a set of animated silhouettes in the top floor of Prancer Pizza, as well as Orleans Candy Company, which also kind of features a Magnum XL200 reference from Cedar Point. Elsewhere in Orleans Place, the Letters to Santa room has been taken over by a horn and hat distribution, although it's unclear whether that was temporary for New Year's Eve or if it was not present the entire event. Mrs. Claus's Kitchen returns this year and still allows guests to make Christmas cookies. There are a handful of booths around Orleans Place to buy warmed food, which looked amazing on a cooler night. And finally, the big voodoo doll in front of Voodoo Charm had a Santa hat on. And finally, because it was New Year's Eve at 9 p.m., the park put on a great fireworks show. It lasted 15 minutes or so and had a fantastic finale. The best viewing angle was again Orleans Place, and the traffic jam after the show took over 15 or 20 minutes to clear all the people out of the area. And that'll wrap up our update for the day. In this update, we took a look at the WinterFest and New Year's Eve events, from the shows and live entertainment, to the decor, to the fireworks. Since it appears that this might be the last year for WinterFest at Great America, I'm really gonna miss it. It really was a beautiful celebration of the season and featured an already lovely park at its most beautiful. But on to next year. I'll be there to cover Great America when it opens for the season in April. Thanks again for another great year of letting me inform you on what our Bay Area parks are up to.